Goblin and a bunch of Mog War Marshals and stuff. So, like, you don't need Sling Gang Lieutenant, but he comes with extra tokens. But he's expensive. So now we have these 3 goblins that are expensive, and that's it. And then 3 mana is expensive. We have a lot of 3 drops here. So, like, this isn't necessarily a good deck. I don't actually know if I want any munitions experts, but I just feel like there's something here. Like, if you've got this, and maybe like one Mog Mob is a chain whirler, but it doesn't matter. This is looking, I don't want to say reasonable. Like, maybe all of these are just supposed to be Thought Seizes, right? Or Lightning Bolt. But like, it's really hard. It's partly why I want to play other quote unquote good decks in the meta before really trying to figure out this goblins list again, because when MH2 dropped, I spent a long time trying to play ignoble decks and failing, and I lost like $200. It must have been insane. You just kept losing, and I had it. When I say I lost $200, I had a lot of tickets and chests saved up from just playing goblins and grinding it for a long time and basically beating Tron online over and over again. And I lost it all playing MH2 goblins, and then Lord of the Rings came out and it got even worse. So I've kind of been like just struggling since then with goblins, and everybody has. It's not just me. But it's, I want to take a step away from it, so that I can like better understand what the format is doing instead of trying to take it on from, a place of no knowledge. Like this was a decent start, right? Like, it's kind of hard for them to kill this. Is it worth for them to kill it? It can attack through soul guides. And then you get to play a Mog Mob, right? But now here's the problem. I play this Mog Mob, and let's say I get the 2-for-1, or it's really a 1-for-1, but maybe I get the 2-for-1. Will target itself to pretend that we're doing damage to creatures. Like, are these guys good enough to end the game? Like, are they just there to like maybe end the game if you go 20 turns while you dealt with their board? Like, I can't find Chthonian Nightmare. So this matron, what does she do? Like, finds another Mog Mob, right? Like, maybe she finds a Boggart Trawler, but she finds another Mog Mob. And then what? They've taken, like, I'm at 14. I don't know. This doesn't seem great, And it just feels like I don't know. Struggling. Well, this is a lot of interaction for goblins. This is far more than usual. Just so you know. Far more than usual. But it is not a lot of interaction compared to the rest of the format these days. That's true. Most of the But now this is infinite interaction. So that is the tough part. Like now I was supposed to attack them for 2 last turn. Now this is just a fucking combo kill. You know what I mean? Like this enters, I sacrifice matron, I bring that back, I play it again. You know what like and 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 you just do that over and over again, right? So like you don't need a ton to kill them with mobs and nightmares, which is like what's really cool. And I just there's something there, and it may be that mob doesn't go in a goblin's deck. Maybe it just goes. Well, all I had was 2 1/1s. I don't know. Maybe like I'm gonna concede so fast if it's definitely not tier 1. We'll put it that way. Okay? You are putzing around until you can get. Most decks have so much removal, but not for Nightmare, right? So like Cacophony Scamp may take something with it, and if it doesn't, it hurts them a little bit. And wow, Leyline of the Guild Pack, I might just be fucked. It's so close because I don't actually need to play. I think this is a yeah, Ugin's Labyrinth, and then Sign of the Draco was something people talked about, and we're in like the practice room. But like I just it wasn't like our energy games were all so fast. You needed answers or they would be over so fast. But it wasn't like they were all so absurdly fast that I couldn't play. You know what I mean? I guess I should have played Cavern of Souls so I could play these 2 things. That was a mistake. So I'm just gonna play. Oh, I can't play Trinisphere. I forgot. That was why I did that. That's why I did that. Going to see a small Grumgully package. I tried this game package. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right. I think Scam is fine, but all of the new MH3 cards that people are playing, they draw a lot of cards and get a lot of advantage. So it's like, I mean, like Flage is just so good. Flage is just so good. I think the only way to win this is like to combo them. I actually think that right now. So um damn, I got one long ass beard here. Um I don't think the scam package is right. I don't think I don't think this is great. I mean, Scamp feels okay. Scamp is just like an extra ping with this. But that's kind of relevant. I don't know if Stalker's right. Could be Skirk is better. I mean, Matron feels so slow in it feels so slow in these non-Vile decks, and it's slow even in Vile decks, but it feels so slow without it. First person would play faster because I'm thinking hard, but it's and it's slow. Merfolk dropped vials. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, like it's it's silly. A mana isn't a mana anymore. Like a Johnny is a 2 mana card that is so many mana worth of value in old school terms, right? So like using Vile to catch up with bad cards isn't gonna get you anywhere. So like play good cards, right? Um they killed my guy and they got the Trinisphere in play. I'm just gonna concede this match because this is like the last thing I want to be testing against. Um it I no I it's Vile that's slow. Um and I think Elves has probably been pretty good for a long time. Nobody's really been playing board wipes, and just nobody wants to play Elves because of I don't know what Bowmasters. Like people aren't playing that many Bowmasters. You could play combo Elves probably pretty reliably right now. I mean, you saw what I was doing. Like if energy wants to like 1-for-1 you and try to pick at you with 2-1s, like you're gonna lose some of those games, but you know, Legacy Elves plays against Delver. So, and I do think Modern Elves is pretty damn close. Um, but that's I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Uh, I think there's something here. Maybe you don't want, and the problem is, by the way, like maybe Scamps and Fuselings are bad, right? But Ignoble does nothing except make this deck more painful. In my like, if we built this with Ignoble instead of these, um, now you. I hate that I can't just add more Cavern of Souls anymore because they are different arts technically because I did the rainbow. Um Like, I think you still need like all of these, and like maybe this is Copperline Gorge. Um, and then this is all the same. How many is this for? Oh yeah, you need a stomping ground. And so now you have a shit ton of mana, which maybe you don't even want. I I don't know. Can you afford to play 2 Kikis? I'm not even sure. But let's say you cut a land. Well, how many? Okay. The question I was asking, how many green sources is this? It's 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a lot. It's 16 green sources, which is more than enough, but it makes it hard to play your other stuff. I mean, it's painful. But so then, how many black sources is this? Is it at least 12? It has to be because it's 12 fetches. But it's very painful. Very painful. Yeah, the Copperline Gorge is not because you can't get away with it with just fetches. It's because like you want some games that is not so painful. that's really what it is. So you want to cut down on the fetches and shocks until you get to the spot where your mana base is like the right amount of painful. Like maybe this. And so is this enough now? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it's still 16 somehow. So that's fine for green sources. I don't think I like Iggy either. Iggy either. It was just like, let's say Cacophony's a blank and everybody wants to play Iggy instead. Like, is this still fine? Like, sort of. I mean, your stalkers get exalted and you get to power out. I think Zoya was a pipe dream, but just imagine it's a munitions expert. I mean, maybe it should just be 4 Zoya was. I don't know. Just seems not great, right? Just there's no meat here. Mog Mob is the best thing you've got, and like, what am I doing? I'm curving into a turn 2 Mog Mob, like, to do what? But it's a control deck, so maybe that's regular. But like, okay, it's a control deck, and I would much rather, if you're asking me, like, if I'm gonna be building a control deck with Chthonian Nightmare in it, it probably starts here. I don't own any Fulminator mages, but like, it probably starts here. And it probably starts like you were saying with the scam package. And you play Grief, you play Chthonian Nightmare, you play Balakir Rebirth, you play maybe you do play Mog Mob, because you can just fucking 12 people out of nowhere. Spike keeps doing this stupid thing where Spike keeps doing this stupid thing, and I respect Spike a lot, but Spike is playing like Jet Medallion in all his his black Chthonian Nightmare because it makes Chthonian Nightmare cost 1, but it's like it's just so it's a dead card. I don't know. It just feels like so much win more. When you have got Grief Scam, I don't know, Grief Scam, Doughty Voidwalker if you want it. You've got fucking Magic Online's search doesn't let you put the word not without it thinking that you're negating something. So you can't actually search for not dead after all by name. I think you might be able to if you put it in quotes. But it is really annoying. It gets me often. I don't even know where it is. If anybody knows how to get around it, it's like, yo, Steez, how you doing? I should be asleep, but I'm working from home tomorrow and I turned the stream on, so I'm like brewing on stream. If I was building a Chthonian Nightmare control deck, it starts here and not at Goblins, right? 4-1 to Ruby Storm League? Was that you that killed me? No, I think I actually beat Ruby Storm. People are playing this nasty Otter Storm version. I don't know what that's about. It was not good. I mean, when I say it was not good, it was probably like 2 of the cards in the whole deck that are different from regular Ruby Storm. But it did seem to actually mess with them. And I don't know. I'm about to sign off soon, but I was just brewing like Goblin Nightmare decks on stream to end it, because like type quotes not dead. Yeah, that's because when you do not dead, I don't know what it's applying the not to, but it's like not red. Like I wonder what that would do. So it's like gonna give me every card that doesn't have red in the name. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what it's doing. So like if I do not a ban, but I'm not even sure. You might have to do parentheses for the not to work. But whatever it's doing, not dead does not show up. Yeah. So it is just applying the not to the name. You see, abandoned outpost is not there. Ridiculous. Anyway, I don't think that this is good. I don't think you need Sling Gang Lieutenant anymore. Not that it's not good, but like, I think you just are hoping to draw Chthonian Nightmare, and then like I was saying in Discord today, now I'm on Chthonian Nightmare or bust to deal with most decks. Yeah, the people, I don't blame them, Steez. We're not a competitive minded. We are. Like you and I. The people here are. But the Goblins Discord doesn't draw people in because it's a competitive deck, right? So people did it because they thought it was good already. And if they thought it was good already, they're probably not great at the game. Or they just love Goblins that much and they don't care about being competitive, right? So like it is a funny needle that we are threading. It's funny that we are what we are and trying to win with Goblins, even though not the best, but I've always been that way. And it wasn't bad for a while. But yeah, when your whole deck is built around finding this and you do nothing to try and find it, that's exactly what I was just going over. You don't have anything to do until turn 3. So I had Cacophony Scamp here. And like not that it's good, but I somehow always spell this wrong. Um, well, it doesn't proliferate anybody important, does it? I don't know, but I had it because like you sack it to Nightmare and it can ping something, it can ping them, uh, and then like you do Cacophony Scamp. Oh, well, you don't even need the proliferate energy because it comes with 3 already. But yes, I forgot about that. I didn't think of that. I don't think it matters, but I didn't think of that. It's like occasionally relevant, maybe. Um, but like this felt kind of real, like Cacophony Scamp into Munitions Expert into Mogmob, because like they can't really kill this, and then you have an extra guy, and there's no way for them to not give you the extra damage off the guy. I guess they kill Munitions Expert. But then you have Mogmob, and then if you find a Chthonian Nightmare, like any goblin is good, so then Matron is like infinite. And like there's something there, but it's very clunky. It's very, very clunky. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Steez, about the red, red, red. And the mana is actually shockingly good here, but it is, even for 3 colors, but it is really painful. It is really painful. And you can't play basics. You just, there's no reason to play basics other than mountains. You're just going to get in your own way. And then counting Boggart Trawler as a land when you're doing that, like, can't cast Mogmob. It is very annoying. It may be, and I've been thinking about it, it may be that we're supposed to be playing Pyre of Heroes into Mogmob, and like there's something there. But like then when I think about this and I think about what Ocelot Pride does for 1 mana and what I'm trying to set up across many turns with 6+ mana, it's like, okay, never mind. Like, why? Don't do that. So I keep going back to that. I do think that Nightmare and Mob is a lock. Like, it is a lock on the board state. So in the right deck with the right removal and a Matron package, like, whoops, in the right deck with Goblin Matrons, and you only need like 1 or 2 Mogmobs. But the thing is, all of our best removal is Mogmob. Like, Munitions Expert pretty much sucks. I think Soul Trader's just another 3 mana card. You know what I mean? How's it going, Celine? I'm about to log off. Everybody's coming in at 2 a.m. and I'm exhausted. There's something, right? Like, I'm looking at it. You can see it. Every time I look at Mog War Marshal, I'm like, this is awful. But then it's like, it's the only thing that leaves guys behind with Chthonian Nightmare. And then yeah, I hope you guys, I don't know. I mean, you can see where my head's at. It's very difficult to get it all across without sounding like like I don't think it's a good idea. Like, I think it's a good idea. I just can't make it work. Like, I hit the dead end, and I'm not certain that the dead end is where it actually ends. You know what I mean? Like, I might sound that way, but I've tried to make worse decks than this. I've tried to make worse decks than this. So yeah, I think Chthonian Nightmare is what we've got, and it actually is the type of thing we've been asking for, where you get to reuse your goblins ETBs, right? Like, you can matron for your toolbox, and then that's now a loop that you're doing, right? Like, you just play Mogmob over and over again, but or whatever it is that locks them out. That the thing is, like I'm saying, Mogmob happens to be our best removal, but maybe we start over. We don't go super duper heavy on anything but the combo, and maybe some pressure with Stalker, but then again, maybe not. And maybe we play just sort of a control game that doesn't draw cards, which sounds awful, but like, all of your goblins specific cards become tutor targets. Why is it that I can't add one? And then maybe this is like where to go. And hate that I have one different lightning bolt and it's foil. But lightning bolts are like, I remember them being expensive. They probably aren't anymore. Like maybe something. This has way too many lands, but so like you're like back on a toolbox thing, and then you're like all in on combo Thoughtseize. You have this. You have munitions expert. You can play Chain Whirler main. You can play a couple Boggart Trawlers. You can get rid of the. Let's just pull the green ones out. You don't need 1,000 fetch lands because, you don't need 1,000 fetch lands because, this is a lot of black lands to have when you're playing Mogmob, by the way. But, I just want a basic swamp. I hate this. Because I want to show the version separately, but we have Faithless Looting, but it costs 3 mana. So you get like this 21, 22, 23. You're really skimping on lands, but like, yeah, maybe you still have to play Vile, which makes this unplayable. I think, yeah, I don't. Vile makes it unplayable, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know. I'm stuck here again. So, like, this is what Snoop decks used to look like, by the way. And then they had Sling Gangs and Ringleaders and the Kikis to finish it. But like, they started here. And that was okay. These are lands. And you have the matrons to find the rest of the combo. And that was it. And they had munitions experts for removal and stuff like that as well, but this is all you really need. And then we want to play Nightmares. And we don't necessarily need... I mean, we probably want to play this. We probably want to play this. Because it's like a 5th copy of Nightmare. You could turn them into Fatal Pushes. It's a little bit tough. In fact, This Thought Siege should be Inquisition of Kozilek because our mana base is so painful and we want to be able to cast Mog Mob. So yeah, that's probably a consideration. But all of these 4, 5, 6, 7, like what if these are just generically powerful? Because we have the toolbox. We have Graveyard Hate. We have clearing X ones. We have clearing a little larger than that. We have oh, did I take all the munitions experts out? You definitely want at least one. You have munitions expert to kill big things if you do get to build a board, which is hard. Maybe you want actually Sting Scourger is like, well, okay. First of all, munitions expert is decent. It's not good when you don't have a lot more goblins, but maybe Sting Scourger gets decent with Chthonian Nightmare. And then like you could just play Amp Raptor and these lightning bolts can become galvanic discharge, right? You could put the scam package in. You could put scam and unearth. I don't know. There's 6 slots here. And like the deck is just not good, but maybe there's something that we could do with those 6 slots that makes it like, oh yeah, it is worth playing goblins. Like somehow maybe there's like a type synergy that isn't with goblins that we're missing. Like there's a lot of warriors. This guy's just a straight up goblin, which is so dumb. I don't know. You do have the Splinterton combo, so right? So maybe you just play Obnixilis and or Liliana. Maybe you just play Liliana. Maybe you play Nethergoyf. Or something that fills your yard. But I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. He is just to play Ocelot Pride. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing all night. I played this deck. I got a 2-3. I think I could have gotten a 3-2. Even I messed up 2 of the games that maybe they could have gone on. We did get like a turn 2 or 3 Bolus of Citadel that just destroyed somebody in match 2. It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube so you'll be able to get it. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm thinking about this though. I'm gonna be laying in bed thinking about this. So say something in the Discord. I'll be looking. Have a good night, everybody. You too. And I'll see you all around. Thanks for hanging out.